Hello, today we are doing crayon resist watercolors. So I'm going to do two different types. I'm going to do the white crayon and a black crayon. We're going to do the white crayon first since it's pretty dang magical. Alright, so I'm going to draw something and you're not going to have a clue what it is until we reveal it. I don't have a clue what it is either because I can't see it. There we go. I lost my edge, so I don't know if they will join together very well. It's kind of hard to see, but if you look in the light, you can see what you're drawing a little easier. Add that little thin thing. Alright, so now you can't really see what I've drawn, but you will. So add a few more fun things to it just so it's not so boring, I guess. Okay, so you take your watercolor, you get your paint brush wet, and then pick any color you want. When I did preschool art at Victory Library, I always taught the kiddos, or tried to teach the kiddos, to always wash your brush between colors so you don't get colors all over your palette and end up a really not cute muddy brown. Unless you like muddy brown, that's cool too. See, I rinsed my paintbrush. See, it's starting to show through. We'll add brown anyway. Try to avoid it and add it. Only avoid brown by mixing all the colors together. What other color should we use? Green. See, rinsing your brush also makes the colors really, really vibrant. I'm used to working with such a small brush. That's not going to show. Do this, do purple and show you the other part. You can use cardstock, that's what I'm using, or you can use watercolor paper, which is preferred because it doesn't curl. But see, there's a fish. And it got revealed when I painted it. Also, you can do black, which is obviously still going to be crayon resist. But let's see. Yeah. I'm feeling fall, so I'm in fall things mode. I don't know. Not the best at drawing upside down. Alright. Now, it's not going to be as revealing, but it's going to also keep the color where you want it. And it's not going to go where the crayon went. Then you just fill in your colors. Well, that went over because I went over. We should probably do yellow since it has a glowing mouth. If you put a candle in it, or whatever. Tea light. I'm not very careful right now because it's just takes a while. There we go. And then we can do a stem. That is very bright green. Also, if you load your paintbrush with paint and then do a big space, it only takes like one dip in the pot to actually do that. Should probably do that with orange. Get this covered. Also, another trick for watercolor, if you want really vivid color, just don't add as much water and really load your paintbrush with color like I'm doing right now. I haven't added any extra color. I'm just showing you the different levels of color you can actually achieve by building on it and not adding water. Eventually you do have to add water because it is watercolor. Like I'm going to add a little bit to spread this out. See, that works too. So take some of the water from there and take the color and move it down. So you can do that. Almost done. You can also add water to the pot of color. That way you don't have to keep getting your brush wet if you know you have a lot of color you want to cover. It's better to show than to just explain, so. Ta-da! All right, good enough. So there you have it. Crayon resist watercolor paintings. So yeah, all you need is crayons, any color actually. I even have glitter crayons you could use, that'd be pretty cool. And then you just need some watercolors, a paintbrush, and a container of water. And there you go. You have your little watercolor crayon resist art project you can do at home. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great day.